Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek and Ash. Today we're going to do a film review. It's actually a remake. It's actually the third, film, but it's actually the second time it's been remade. I believe it was remade once in the 90s, I believe. I had a few sequels here and there, and then it was once again remade this year. And that is a film by the name of Carrie. We all know Carrie, right? This film has Julianne Moore playing the mother of Carrie. Margaret White, right? Thank you. And then we have, of course, Chloe Moretz, and she plays, of course, the title role of Carrie. And we all know the plot of Carrie. Very simple. She is a girl with telekinetic powers, and she's been bullied for much of her high school career. Then, if you know the story of Carrie, it's not very obvious, but if you don't, I won't spoil it too much. Anyway, some big things happen at prom, and she decides to unleash her powers on everybody. And she has a very religious mother, played by Julianne Moore, who kind of makes her pray in her closet. And that's pretty much the main plot. Ashley, so what did you think of the remake of Carrie?
I figured that I was going to like it, but I actually really enjoy this remake.
Right.
I love the original way.
Yeah, let's not do the verse original yet. What do you think about just the remake as it is? Itself. We'll do it here in a few minutes.
But still.
Right.
I like the original better.
Okay.
But for this whole remake, I thought it was very great.
Yeah, because I think too many times.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah, she was great. Yeah, she was.
A great, pretty much way overprotective
religious mother,
that only wants the best for her daughter. She played that really great role. I think Chloe did a great job.
Chloe Moretz did.
Carrie.
She did it in a very innocent way, where at the end, major spoilers coming up, it's almost a tragedy. Like the way it happens, you almost want to cry at the end. You almost want it to end, I did at least, at the prom scene, before she does before the pig's blood gets poured on and she starts to, light everybody on fire pretty much. I kind of wanted it to end at the prom scene, because she's happy. It's a nice happy moment, and the movie could have ended there and I would have been happy. But that's not the Carrie story. The Carrie story is
very tragic.
She kills everybody. That's what makes it a tragedy. Now, the reason I say I didn't want it to compare it to the original yet is because too many people, instantly compare it to the original, and I wanted to look at it just as itself, as a standalone film, just for now. So what do you think about Carrie, just, not to compare it to the original, just as itself? Do you think a new generation can grab a hold of this and like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think there were some very unique things about it.
Yeah, what I liked about this one was it's a little more based off the book. No, it's not just like it. Major spoilers coming up if you haven't read the book. Especially the scene where she crushes the car. That's straight from the book. The whole thing, I don't think the whole throwing into the gas station, but the crushing the car, that's straight from the book. Now the whole, her hands being like a circus trapeze artist or something like that, where they look like the Exorcist practically. Once again, that wasn't in the original, but it was a little bit, but that's straight from the book. So I think this one's a little more coherent with the book. They threw a few extra things in there, like the book with the beginning with the pebbles hitting it. That happened when she was 6 years old. They threw that in at the end, which I thought was kind of cool. So they kind of threw their own little twist. Versus the original, I think it's similar and it's different. A lot of reviews are saying it's shot for shot. I disagree with that. What do you think?
I don't think it's shot for shot.
I think it's similar. It keeps the just.
There are some things similar, but there are a lot of things that are different too.
Yeah, I think it keeps the just of it, like the throwing the tampons and the pads at her. That's similar. The just of the plot's similar, but there are a lot of small little differences that I think equal up to be huge differences in the film. So that I think really set it apart from the original. And sometimes I don't think it's really fair to compare it to the original, because the original, of course, the original always is going to be better. I mean, not always, but mostly that's the case. So sometimes I don't think it's quite fair to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and verse the original now. I think Sissy Spacek is obviously a great, she's obviously going to be the best Carrie always. What do you think? Obviously, because her big bulging eyes and...
Yeah, just her overall atmosphere. I love Sissy Spacek, but I give full credit to Chloe.
What I liked about Chloe was... The thing about the other Carrie was, I think she was a little creepier. than the old one. She was a little creepier, but she wasn't as innocent as this one. This one was a lot more innocent. I could actually feel for her. I could actually, like, I felt for the original, but I think for the remake, I felt a little bit more. And I honestly think that the ending of the remake is actually more effective. With the whole, because it's bloodier, because the original doesn't have very much blood.
Right.
And this one does. So I think it's a lot more effective, not only because it's bloodier, because the ending's bigger with the houses, catching on fire and their heads coming up out of the window. So I think it's more effective in general. And I also like how it's bloodier. It's a little more creative. But if you're wanting more of a classic horror film, I think it was 1977. I'm not for sure. Whatever, somewhere in the 70s. I think the original Carrie is more of a classic one. I do think I like the original actress more, who plays the mom, but I still think Julianne Moore played a great mother. I like how she's like scratching her legs and stuff, and like pricking her leg with whatever it was, like something to use a sew. That wasn't in the original. I don't think that was in the book either. So that was kind of cool. And Carrie's actually a little fatter in the book, and she's of course skinny in both films. So 1 out of 10, what do you think? Any last thoughts?
I give the remake a full 10 out of 10.
Yeah. So no sequels or anything, you think? Even though the way they ended it, I don't think so. They did that just because the way the original ended, I think.
Right. No, I don't think there should be a sequel, but I mean, if there is, I could be okay with it.
Yeah, because of this one being so good. Yeah, but I don't think there will be. I think they just had it in like that because of the original.
Right.
Any last thoughts? I only have like about a minute left. So any last thoughts? Okay. Well, that's our review of the film starring Julianne Moore and Chloe Moretz by the name of Carrie for the year of 2013. Once again, thanks for watching the video by Simpy Geek and Ash. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the page below, and we'll see you guys later with more videos.